I got drained. My Phantom wallet, which was spread across multiple burners, got drained. And the total damage was roughly $284,000, specifically 1,343 plus SOL. They dumped my 88 dots, my OK Bear, my Zero Monkey Biz, my Grail Ape D-God, my Ute, and much, much more. And we're not even talking about my Ethereum assets. You know what? They can keep the ETH assets. I don't give a fuck about ETH. But my Solana assets, I do feel bad about, and it's all gone. All of it. Which is why today on DGen Reports, we're covering a very unsexy topic, but one that we absolutely do need to talk about, and that's OPSEC. Operational security. I'll also talk about how I'm doing, my mental state, what I'm doing to move forward, and I'll also mention the amazing people who have helped me along the way to try to help me recover and start over. And I'll share some other stuff along the way. All right. Let's get started. Apologies beforehand, I'm a bit tired today. I've been lacking sleep here and there. I also sparred the other day quite hard, so I'm still recovering from that. But yeah, so this is what happened. I got invited to a Telegram group chat a while back. These guys have been chatting with me for months. And in that group chat, I clicked on a bad link. It looked like any other link. So with this link, I suspect it installed an auto drainer in the background because my computer, my gaming rig, started getting laggy as fuck. I didn't install anything. I never connected my wallet or anything like that. I never even signed anything. So I guess these scammers are getting really sophisticated, which is why we should cover a few scams that have been going around and ways you can avoid it so you don't make the same mistake that I do. The best prevention is to remain vigilant, but sometimes we'll be caught off guard, we'll be tired. So that's why it's important to remain knowledgeable or learn about some of these scams so that you know what to watch out for. One thing is Zoom links. Zoom links are going around. These motherfuckers will tell you they have a gig for you or something like that. I don't fall for these because I'm not looking for any gigs right now. But if you are looking for gigs, that's what you need to watch out for because they'll target you based on relevance. They'll identify a need in you and then they'll hit you where it stings. If you need a job, they'll come offer you a job. If you work with projects routinely, which I do, then they'll pretend to be a project and try to get me to hop on a call. So relevance is an important factor, and in that line I would say that the greatest factor in getting scammed is social engineering. Social engineering is where they trick you and convince you that they're someone else, like through impersonation. They'll try to gain your trust and then they'll fuck you over. This is the most common security vulnerability for major corporations as well, which is why many employees are trained in social engineering and prevention. There's a guy called Kevin Mitnick. I read a book of his a while ago called The Art of Deception. It's a really good book. He's written quite a few more books since then, but this guy is interesting. When they tried him, he was, I believe, the youngest hacker on the FBI's 10 most wanted list. I think he was 24 years old when he was on the run. And when he got caught, the FBI told the judge to basically make sure he can never access the internet or a phone because he can basically set off nuclear war by whistling into a phone. Maybe I'll do a video about him because I do want to start this mini documentary series. But let's get back to crypto security because I'm getting carried away a bit. So a few things we should talk about. I have an acquaintance who lost around the same amount as I did a few months back, but he was actually using a ledger. So some folks in our Telegram chat were thinking he must have purchased a compromised laptop and maybe a keylogger was installed in the background. A keylogger is an app that logs every stroke on your keyboard. So if you type your username and password, they have it. So make sure never to purchase a second-hand device that you connect to crypto. Or you know what? Just never purchase a second-hand electronic device if possible. I have another friend who lost more than $2 million, but not due to a hack or a drain. He just wrote his seed phrase down and he lost it. And then he forgot his ledger pin. So yeah, that happened. Write down your seed phrase and keep it in a safe place. That rhymes. He also lamented, oh, I should have kept more copies of the seed phrase. That is an absolutely insane thing to say. For every copy you make, you increase the risk of someone else getting their hands on your seed phrase. So create one copy, and just keep it in a safe place. That's all you have to do. I have a very secure place that is accessible only by me, where I've written it down by hand and no one else will be able to access it. And that's that. I think that covers the scams that I know of. If I missed any of them, let me know in the comments and maybe I can do a follow-up video, because OPSEC is a critical topic that we should not neglect. And we do tend to neglect these things until they happen to us. We always say, oh, it's not going to happen to me. I'm smarter than that. It can happen to anyone. One of my friends lost all his OMB maybe a week ago. Guess what he does for a living? He's a cybersecurity dev. So it can happen to anyone. We're all human, but know that if you do get drained, at the end of the day, you've still got your health. The best way to make it back is not to panic. Panicking is the worst thing you can do. And don't chase leverage or try to make it all back in one bet. I've lost a lot of money with leverage trading back in the day, and I can tell you, slow and steady wins the race. I know we can make it all back. The beauty of this space is that we can make it all back with just a few right plays. That doesn't mean rushing, because there are opportunities everywhere in crypto, and you just need to take it one step at a time and not get too greedy, because greed is the enemy of profit. We just have to keep our eyes peeled, exercise vigilance, and store your seed phrase in a safe place. If you do get drained, however, what you can do, and what is helping me get through this, is keeping a level head and exercising patience. I'll be honest, obviously I'm still hurt from it a bit, and emotionally I sway a little bit here and there. I'll catch myself sighing, or I'll lose sleep a bit here and there, but mentally I feel okay. I'm not mad. A few of my friends were like, oh man, I'd be ripping people's heads off. And I'm like, what good would that be doing me right now? I could get angry, but why? What's the point? So I feel no anger. When I find myself swaying emotionally, I pick up my copy of Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, and I fall back on my logos, on my philosophy. Because philosophy is a practice. Many people just read their philosophy books once and they go, oh man, that was really smart, that was really good. But I believe that to be the person you want to live up to be, you have to continue to practice your philosophy, and that means reviewing what it means to be the person you want to be. I'd like to review my new wallet with you guys, if that's okay. And if you're on Solana, I'm going to share with you an amazing project that's actually helped me secure my Solana assets and help me sleep better at night. All right, here we are. This is my new Solana wallet, and I would like to go through a few of these. So the first one is Galactic Geckos. I actually bought this. It's the first NFT I bought on Solana after the drain. That's because I'm a huge believer in Galactic Geckos and genuine articles and what he's building. I think he's one of the few legit NFT builders on Solana. I think there are very few. There are many projects, but most of them are all hype and smoke. I feel like a lot of that smoke has cleared. We now know who the real builders are, and Genuine Geckos is definitely one of them. So how did I purchase this? I bought my Ape DGod back at cost thanks to Soon Clark Oliver. So he sold me back my DGod at cost, which is fucking amazing. And then Buffest Tim, one of my closest friends in crypto, he bought it from me. And with the funds, I was able to purchase this Galactic Gecko. So shout out to both of them. You guys are amazing. This OK Bears is actually the very same OK Bear that got taken from me. And guess what? My friend Shaka's, who is my best friend in crypto, he was there from the beginning of when I first got into Solana NFTs. He managed to track down the buyer and negotiate with them and trade this JPEG back for me. And then he actually sent it to me and gifted it back to me. And I am so appreciative of that. Shout out to Shakas. I love you, bro. This third one is an SMB Gen 3. And this was actually gifted to me by CIRCE. She's the executive at SMB. Shout out to CIRCE. You're a real one. We haven't chatted a lot, but we have had quite a few interactions online where I was like, damn, this is a good person. Like, you can tell, right? Pog Digital, these guys reached out to me directly and asked me for my wallet address and sent me these two. Super grateful. Thank you. And these are dots. I think Straw Hat Zorro sent me one or two. I'm sorry. I'm going to forget quite a few names and people here, because I've gotten so much. Yeah, I've gotten a lot. And I'm so fucking grateful. You have no idea. I actually teared up way more and got way more emotional from the outpouring of help and support that I received rather than the drain itself. The drain itself hurt, but if it hadn't been for all these people reaching out to me and making me feel better and helping cushion the blow, I think I would have been way more devastated if I was doing this solo. So yeah, shout out to fucking everybody. I love this space and I'm never leaving. This is a great goat. I forget who gave this to me. Sorry. So the dots, 10 of these dots were gifted to me by King Fudd. I love you, bro. And BASC, I think it was Essay. He also sent me 69 BASC as well, the token. So shout out to BASC. Bullies, I believe it was Barbarossa from Venice. Thanks for the Bullies NFTs, bro. Appreciate it. This clean OK Bear was gifted to me by Kais himself. Kais is the founder of OK Bears, and he reached out. He did what Kais does, and I love him for that. Kais is another builder I'm super bullish on Solana, and I remember setting the alarm clock at 3 a.m. on mint day and missing it because it was botted to hell, and here I am after a fucking horrific drain, and I've got 2 in my wallet. I also got these gifts. I'm sorry, I can't remember who sent these to me, and same with this one. The project itself sent me this one, Articulated Scullies. Yeah, Scully sent me this one. This Vitopia, I can't remember who sent me this, but Drug Baron Queen sent me something. I can't remember what she sent me, but shout out to her. Marshies as well. Wow, these are great. Ratty, the project sent me this one. This one, Stanley Surfer sent me this one. This is a Zero Monkey Biz. It's one of my favorite projects because it's Tony Tafura on Solana. And you can't fade Tony. Tony's the same artist behind OMB, my PFP. And OMB is my favorite collection. So shout out to Stanley Surfer. You're a fucking goat, bro. Last project I want to mention here is Defenders. Defenders is the project that helped me secure my assets. Now, let me show you how that worked. This is the Defenders web security protocol. If you own a Defender, you can use it. And considering how fucking cheap it is, I think that's crazy. So with a Defender, you can basically set up 2FA on your Solana assets. Let me explain how that works. So I have this phone, and this phone has no crypto wallet. It's not connected to anything. I've never installed anything crypto on this. So it's a clean phone, and it has Google Authenticator. So in my vault, I have all these assets that are locked now. We just saw on Magic Eden that they're frozen. Let me show you an example. Let's say I want to freeze this asset. So I'll click on Protect Assets, and then I'll go into Google Authenticator and I'll click confirm. I'll confirm. Now when I refresh this, that asset is here and it's locked. Basically 2FAing it means that even if I or anyone else wants to move any of these assets, they can't unless they access the Google Authenticator on this clean phone and try to access it. They have to bypass that additional security feature. I don't think it's an extreme measure. I do think it's a necessary measure that helps me sleep at night, and I really don't understand how the project is this cheap, and I wish I had known about it before. You can also do this with tokens here, and if you don't see a token that you have here, you can just ping the team and they'll add the token in no time. You can also set up emergency migration, which means you can set up an emergency wallet. If there's any suspicious activity, everything will be sent to that wallet. So yeah, that's Defenders. Let me also talk about a couple tokens I received. So I received BASC. I think that was from SA. I also received Dog in the Pool. Shout out to Flays for sending me dip. Super grateful for that, bro. I don't like selling gifts. I know it's not smart, but it makes me feel shitty when people sell gifts. Also, shout out to Jan and Mitch for sending me a bunch of Soul. Jan, I fucking love you, brother. You're fucking goat in crypto. Same with Mitch and Zeds. You guys are amazing, and you've been incredibly kind and supportive. All right, so this is one of my burner wallets on Bitcoin. And someone sent me this Nodebirds. I don't know who it is. I'm sorry. It's so cute. I fucking love it. Same with this or Pepe's. I think this is one of the cutest things I've ever seen. Unfortunately, I can't remember who sent it over. Apologies. But I know who sent these over. This is Brett from Gamma. Brett is a fucking G, and I am a holder of Pandemonium. I am super bullish on Brett because Brett is just a really solid guy, and I like good people. So thanks, Brett. This is another burner I got still on Bitcoin. I think the founders sent me this one, Anonymous Bitcoin Club. This one looks interesting, so thank you for that. I think that's about it. Now is not the time for pride. So I'll leave my burner wallets in the description below. If you want to help me get back on my feet, feel free to send me something. I appreciate every gesture and I appreciate every single one of you. And if you just want to reach out and chat, see how I'm doing or see what's up, happy to chat. Always happy to chat. My DMs are always open to cool people because I love talking to new people and meeting new people in crypto. Thanks for watching this video. All right, that pretty much covers our episode for today. Get yourself a ledger if you don't have one yet. And let me know in the comments below if there are any security mishaps I might have missed, or feel free to share your story with me either in DMs or in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story. And I pray that something like this never happens to you. Remember to remain vigilant because that's the best way to avoid this kind of thing from happening. Know that there are scammers out there who are actively trying to get your assets. You are a target, so try to keep your assets low key as well. I try not to share my assets, but I know everything's on chain, so it's difficult sometimes. But yeah, it's better not to flex your assets in public, because obviously if you're flexing your assets in public, you're basically shouting, hey, this is how much of a target I am. Lastly, if you're into art, JPEGs, communities, and tech like me, I'd love it if you gave me a like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you on the next one. I'm your host, Valeri Yoshi. You've been watching DGen Reports. Ciao.